I need like some dimensions going on here. I was like, cause I feel like I'm one tone right now.
Okay. I thought you said you had some dementia going on here, and I was like,
No.
one, you is not that old.
No, I said I need some dimensions going on.
I was like, that's interesting. That's suspicious.
That's still not even the right word. I need dimensions because I feel one tone. No, girl, you need some. That still makes no sense.
I don't even know what. I don't know. I don't know
Because I was
what
trying to say,
you would say.
I needed to show another color or something because like this, I was feeling like I was monotone, like one
like
tone.
Flat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I need some dimensions.
I mean, it's kind of the right.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like low key.
I don't know.
Low key too. Welcome back to the Basic Chat. We've been gone too long.
It's been a long time. I should have left you with all my heartbeat to step to.
Baby girl. So I guess we're gonna just make this the first episode since we already were like, we've been gone too long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we're back.
Hello, new season.
Yeah.
Bitch.
New season, but not really
Did you
because we
miss
ain't
us?
doing seasons per.
No.
Honestly, we just needed a little break. We just needed a little like step back because it was just getting all so overwhelming. And plus, we wanted to get some good content to y'all. We wanted like because me and Alyssa were like, we're running out of ideas of things to talk about. We need to step back.
Ain't no tea going on. Nobody's teeing. Everybody's behaving.
Sure. Not everybody
For the most part.
For the most part. Yeah.
You know, there is some drama that I read about, and I really want to know what that tea is. Like, allegedly, it has to do with K-pop, but like allegedly, Utah, somebody from Utah from Pentagon blocked all of his members and unfollowed like Utah. And I'm like, what?
I need to look up that. But I do know that it is common for, especially in Korea, it's common for people to, I mean, I don't know about the blocking.
Yeah. Is it because he like left? Well, they're no longer in a group?
So, Pentagon left Cube. And, or like all the members have finally left Cube. I think all the members. That might have been B2B.
They should.
I know B2B they're all gone and they established their
allegedly Cube don't be doing names.
I mean, child, but
allegedly.
I don't know. I need to look it up and see what's going on because
I saw it randomly and I was like, is it because he going solo and he just like wants to separate? I was like, but block. So
too many blockies. But
anyways, y'all, that ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about today.
Right. But before we do move on, I will say in Korea, it's common for like people to unfollow when a project is not going on. Specifically with like actors and stuff. Like actors, they'll follow their co-stars while they're promoting, but then afterwards they'll be like,
child, Utah said, to the left, everything you own in the box.
But, anyways, guys, what are we talking about today, Alyssa?
Today, it's boys versus girls. We're talking BLs versus GLs. What's the difference? What's the tea? Why people ain't fucking with, you know? If you are fucking,
what did you say? Why
people ain't fucking with them?
Oh,
or if you are fucking with them?
The way you said it, it sounded like
I tried to slur the F word so that way they can't pick it up.
That's why, because this is what it sounded like to me. And what? I'm like.
I tried to censor it so you two can't pick it up.
It sounded like when people be using the voice things on TikTok.
Yeah.
And they put like the word And so it'd be like, anyways.
I tried to censor it.
Yeah. It's all good. Honestly, say as many fucks as you want. It don't matter.
Y'all, it's my favorite word.
It's a noun, adverb, adjective.
I'm like Miranda Cosgrove. I cuss a little.
I cuss a little. What's your favorite word?
Fuck.
Oh, I go off Miss Cosgrove.
Bitch. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, we're talking about BLs versus GLs. Mm-hmm. Y'all know I'm here for the girlies lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The girlies.
And you know we also have to put some tea in it. So like GLs versus BLs, and are you misogynistic based off of whether or not you how you answer these questions? I don't know. But look, honestly,
it's a private thing, so you know.
There is an underlying tone that I've been seeing, and I know Alyssa has seen it because she's reacted to more GLs than I have so far. But like,
yes,
there's an underlying tone of y'all don't make no motherfucking sense to it. So we're gonna talk about it, but join the chat.
Y'all already know.
Get into it. Let's go. BLs versus GLs. I guess let's kind of start off with what we've been seeing in GLs. Like, what's the trend? Like, where have the GLs been coming from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when you say coming from, like, what you mean?
Like,
what do you mean? Like the themes?
Yeah, like the common themes. That's what I mean to say. Like, what are the common themes? Because the only GL that I've reacted to so far is Love Senior. If you want to watch that, go to my Patreon. Pure. But yeah, and I think I'm gonna react to Blank. Look at.
You should watch Blank. I feel like the themes lately is, in my opinion, the typical like. Starting out like testing the water type themes. Like we've gotten the enemies to lovers with Love Senior, and you know, like the whole engineer and whatever.
Engineer.
There's the age gap with Blank theme, and then with the one that's coming up from Change is like the whole like messy, it's like the cheating, whatever. But to me, it's like the typical themes that we usually get for a series.
What is that one called? We literally talked about it.
Isn't it like
Affair?
Isn't it like I'm gonna say it's Affair. I literally said it. I'm crying.
But in my personal opinion, like as looking from the outside looking in, I honestly think that the chemistry when it comes to GLs compared to BLs, starting off is a lot better in my opinion. Because I watched Love Senior, and my unsolicited thoughts about Love Senior, I thought it was very much not, it won't. I'm gonna just say that. But the chemistry between andalookaew and Anda, and if y'all don't know, those two are the two that play Pim and Prim in Sunset and Vibes.
I need to watch Love Senior just to see.
Just to see like where they started. Yeah. I love their chemistry. Like the storyline for Love Senior and stuff, it is not my cup of tea, but those two, I was like, and I didn't have side couple syndrome.
See now, because the side couples be side coupling.
Yes.
So when the main couple be keeping you, then that's some good chemistry.
I didn't have side couple syndrome, and I was like, wait a minute.
That's how I am with Blank. Fayeyoko, Faye. Girl.
Not mad about it, girl.
Ugh. She made my heart flutter and shit. Got my face. Go away.
I'm crying, not shaking his third. No, but I just feel like the chemistry is on a different level. But I think that does come from the culture around how like women interact with each other anyway. And
we're very emotional.
Well, it's like not even like emotional. I've just noticed like I have more like girlfriends than guy friends.
Yeah.
And things are just open. Like it's not any type of like, oh, I gotta be around the boys.
But that's what I mean by like emotional. Like we're just like, oh, vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, come here.
And it's like friends can be vulnerable and show emotion and give hugs and kiss each other and it not be like, oh, are y'all together? Like type of thing.
No.
And so I think it's just like with girls, especially when y'all bond, it's like easier. It's easier to bond.
Because we will bond with anybody.
Yeah. The culture around guys is everybody gotta like, especially with the stigma of being like gay or queer or anything, child. Society, and honestly, it's crazy because it's men's fault for how men don't show emotion towards
like
each other.
Started this cycle, and that shit started from like the 1800s.
Like the whole masculinity thing, hyper masculinity, toxic masculinity, whatever you want to call it.
Look.
We imposed it on ourselves, and so now we're suffering because, like, you know, guys are like, oh, I can't build a relationship with my boys because people might think I'm in a relationship with my boys. No, we don't.
Bridgerton is teaching me how men used to be back in the fucking days, and that shit. Like, and I feel so bad for men because it's literally, that was like taught behavior that's just been passed down. Like, they feel like they can't show their emotions, like, ever.
And it's our fault. It's us.
I be feeling
it's
bad
always
for y'all,
men.
man. It's okay.
Always men.
Come to the girlies. We're here. We're here.
It's always men. But yeah, I think like a thing that just the girls have up on the BLs is just the chemistry. Like, and honestly, we're getting, I mean, obviously now that boys love is a huge thing, and I don't want to attribute this to boys love. I'm just referencing the fact that queer representation has been in boys love for so long now that now people are kind of like more open to it. The girlies can come out of the door swinging because we have obviously Affair coming out. We have Blank airing now with like really like huge topics that back in the day.
Episode airs next Sunday.
Period.
Or airs this Sunday. Or
Go
Saturday.
watch.
Don't miss it.
Airs every day this week.
Crying. Shut up, y'all. I know.
But I think it's just like the girls can come out swinging, and honestly, they're doing it like bigger and better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like we gotta figure.
And don't get us wrong. There are some boys, some BLs where the chemistry is A1. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
We're not saying that.
Yeah. But I just think that overall, I feel like GLs are going to it's not even going to take long. I think it's going to be just as big as BLs are because of the relationship and the chemistry that a lot of these pairings are probably going to have. Not even going to lie. Look, y'all can say what y'all want, but the chemistry be chemistry. Okay.
Yeah. And it's just for me, I don't understand why GLs are getting so many like comments about certain things that are happening when it's the same stuff that we eat up in the BLs.
I think
specifically with Blank.
I think that I'm going to look at it from the side of a queer person and say that like sometimes it's valid when you look at it in a certain perspective, because even me, I'm very much open to, and I know that this is fiction, and I know that that it's just a story, right? But there are certain story like lines and certain plots that kind of trigger me a little bit because I know how the general public views queer people. So whenever they portray like a gay person or a queer person as somebody who is, very much teetering on the line of, the PED word, and somebody who's like taking advantage of somebody else, or PED, and then fill in the rest of the PED. Okay, yeah.
Y'all, it takes me a little bit, okay?
Not y'all, kind of like, can you crying.
Because I'm over here nodding. I'm like yeah. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking.
Like, speak to the mic, please.
Y'all, if you don't know, ask.
And I'll tell. But yeah, like teetering on that plot line, or like the grapefruits, that type of plot line. It always
y'all can't let that go. I'm sick of that
always like kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable, because I know and I've seen and I've experienced how the general public treats people who are like me, because they think that's what we are. They think that's what we do. And so
I absolutely hate those storylines where it's like that person gets abused or taken advantage of and they fall in love with that person. I'm like, why do we have to do that? Because that's not cute.
And it's like I guess for me, it's when it's to a certain point. Like, I mean, obviously I can, watch stuff, and if there's like stuff that's questionable, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of write it off a little bit. But because I'm just in my head, I'm like, it's fiction. Obviously, I know this is wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. But I'm just like, it's, But when it's to a certain degree, I'm like, y'all need to. So I think when it comes to GLs, and I think when some people are like, I don't like how this is portrayed and stuff like that, and it's for girls who love girls in IRL, like. They're like, I don't like how the story is being portrayed, So I kind of look at it from that side. But the ones that are like, boys can't watch GL.
See, like, I'm not even talking about that. Those aren't even the comments I be seeing.
What are the comments?
The comments I see are like about the actual like theme. Like, and I'm talking about like, it's not nothing toxic. It's literally the same themes that we eat up in the BLs.
Like the high school and
like for example, blank. Okay, yes, I know the age gap is huge.
Yeah,
but I'm like, she's not a teenager.
What's the age gap?
I think it's like 16 or something like that. But she's 21.
16 years.
It's like, is it 10 something like, it's huge. It's a big age gap. Like, but she's 21. She's 21, and the other girl's like in her 30s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, to me, I'm like, okay, she's not a teenager.
Yeah.
So
and it's like,
I'm
you make your own decisions from then.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I get it. We get it. But the way people go in on it, I'm like, y'all act like y'all didn't watch Kaseki.
Kaseki and Unknown.
And Minato's Laundromat, when that man was a whole 29 and Shin was 17. I'm just saying.
Yep.
And then people were like, I saw some comments where they were like, well, I don't like how she calls her a good girl or whatever. It just feels, but y'all eat it up when the boys call them good boys.
You better tell them. She said,
I'm like, what's the difference? What's the difference? And they're like, it gives that she has a mom complex. In the series, she specifically said, I don't want her to be my mother. I'm not her child. And I'm like, so I don't understand. I don't get like why people are so up in arms over that one. Or like Affair, how there is the cheating or whatever.
Yeah.
Child, we ate it up in OnlyFriends. We ate it up like over here.
Right.
So I'm like, I didn't get it. I'm like, is it because it's girls? Or like help me.
Yeah, I think that kind of brings us to like our second point. Are you actually constructively being against GLs because of the plot points or the, you know, or how things are portrayed, or are you just like misogynistic? And just to clarify, just so we don't get no people like making up definitions in the comments, misogyny is the dislike, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against women. Okay. And that can come in many, many forms, including not holding the same energy that you let men pass with, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, is there an underlying note of misogyny in there? And I think where that line is if you are really just not wanting these stories just because like and the only difference between the two things that you're comparing is that it's a guy and it's a girl. And it's like like even with people saying, well, I would just want better for like the GLs, it's like, that's fine, but I don't think it's fair to be like, you know, this sucked, but you ate up my school president but not eating up like the same concept like, in GLs.
Or I see people being like, we keep getting these same storylines here, and I'm like, okay, well, it's the same over there.
Yeah.
Like, or like being like, because I get it if it's all about like how it's being portrayed. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. But it's just how these comments are being worded. It's not giving that it's about that.
Right. It's
and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like,
please correct me if I'm wrong.
We're all for like open dialogue, and sometimes we don't have a huge understanding of certain things, which is why like there's discourse and there's like like communication between everybody. Like we're just on a podcast talking our talk. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just talking about what's in my head because like I just see everybody like the toxic authors keep making these toxic storylines for the girlies, and I'm like, it's not just the girlies getting the toxic storylines. Yeah, like we're watching My Stand-In right now. What are you talking about? Yeah, we watched Ken Porsche. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and I also just don't think it's fair to the actors, because it's like if every concept was just rainbows, unicorns, bubblegum, and gumdrops.
They would not.
Like half the time, if you watch interviews with a lot of these actors and the interviewer is like, hey, so if you weren't playing this type of role, what's your dream role? Most of them will say like, I want to be a villain. I want to be in like a crime or a scary series or like suspense films. Like, so I think that it's kind of unfair to like put people in the box, and it's also I feel like fans have this like misguided purity complex, like y'all want everybody to be saints, and that's just not how humans are. No matter how good and kind no matter how good and kind you think you are, you're probably not that good and kind.
We make mistakes.
Yeah, we make mistakes.
Fuck up, say things we don't mean, do things we shouldn't.
Everybody has those days.
And
everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets
they need to realize that like they're testing out the waters for GLs. So they're gonna give and do certain themes and things to see what people react to. And if you give them a good reaction for a toxic storyline, guess what? They're gonna keep giving you that toxicity, and that's period.
Yeah.
They gonna keep doing it over and over again because they're like, well, shit, they went off the hinges for this, so this must be the storyline that works.
Right.
Like,
right. And
because it's a business.
It's funny because, well, when this comes out, what's today? Today is the 26th of June when we're recording this. When this comes out, it's going to be the 12th of July. So, like, a couple weeks ago, speaking in the future from the past, period. A couple of weeks ago, Up put a little snippet of an interview with Kpop. he was talking about like the industry and where it was and how it is now. And he was just talking about how he thinks that competition in the industry definitely puts like pressure on these houses to produce better and better series. And I agree wholeheartedly. Okay. It's like any type of competition, anytime there's a place where something doesn't have a monopoly and there's like a little bit of a fear that something's going to be better than what you put out, breeds competition to do things better and better. And with that implication comes like them learning more about the queer community and applying that into these series. Because now it's like we get in series that are calling out like homophobes, that are talking about activism, that are highlighting different like parts of the queer community other than just gay and like bi and lesbian. Yeah. Like, you know, so I think it'll just take time for, for them to get, what is okay? Okay. I was like looking at the camera, I was like, where are we at?
We're 26.
Yeah, we're fine.
That's why I feel like a lot. I just feel like give the girlies some grace, give the GLs some grace, because like we went through the trenches with the BLs. Okay, went through the trenches. Got a series like Make It Right. How the mom
was hitting on a little college student. She had a whole.
He wasn't even a college student. He was literally in high school.
He was. Oh, he was. He had the little shorts on.
They were all in high school. And
they were like, all in high school, and he over here flirting with the mom because she fell off a bike.
Bruh, this shit was so messy.
And she flirted
and we
back.
We were all just
had a whole 2 kids and an ex-husband. What? Girl,
Make It Right was messy as fuck. But Boom and Peak will forever have my heart.
No, facts. I honestly want to see them in another series. We saw them in what is it? You Never Eat Alone.
But, and Why Are You?
And Why Are You?
Boom and Peak I screamed when they made their cameo. I was like,
it's not enough.
Make It Right watchers. It wasn't anymore.
No, we need a Boom Peak comeback. But yeah, guys.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Like, do you think GLs are being portrayed in a bad light? Do you think they're being portrayed in a good light so far? You know, what are your pros and cons?
How do you feel about the themes of the GLs? Do you think they're getting a bad rep and they're not getting a fair chance? Like, let me know. Let us know. I want to know. But let me peek into your brain.
Yeah, let me pick your brain.
Anyways, okay. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe.
Follow all of our social medias and our channels.
Follow the socials.
Period. And also comment down below. Like, I don't think we've asked y'all this in a while, but let us know any other topics you want us to talk about. You know, we love taking y'all's input and applying it to the podcast. So let us know if there's let us know if there's something you want us to talk about that's just pressing on your mind. And if we've already talked it, we will refer you to said video. Period. But we love y'all. Thank you so much for watching our content and listening to us. And exit the chat.
Bye,